Last time we got together, we walked a lot, and you got to see some of the characteristics and things about it. And what you can see are some of the stone fences, large trees, some of the mature plantings around here. The idea of how we'd like to aim the house kind of south if possible, but now we got some other things to think about. As you can see, there's a lot of big trees on the lot here. We're going to try to save as many of these mature trees as possible. A lot of them look very healthy and in good shape, depending on how we can do things. If it's right in the way of the house or direct shading for maybe doing some solar, then we may have to take them down. But if we just have to manipulate the driveway around something, we'll make it a feature set of the property. So this is going to be a challenge here. I'd almost like to get together with the land surveyor, and he could document some of these larger trees. So when we go to lay it out on the plot, we'll have an idea where some of these larger, more mature trees are, and we can save them. Another thing to think about too is, is ledge. Here, that's like the unseen thing in here. So before I buy a piece of property, I usually get somebody with a piece of machinery like a backhoe or whatever. We'll dig some test holes. When you're looking at a building lot, these are something to look at. We see some rocks here. It's Connecticut. There's pretty much rocks everywhere. But is this a sign of ledge? Is there some ledge running right around here? This is another important concern, when you're looking at a lot to see what goes on. This could be just a simple boulder here, but this one is pretty flat and looks pretty wide. It'd be nice to know what's going on under there. I got some stone walls on the property here. For those people unfamiliar, years ago, there's actually were less trees in the world than there are now. They used to clear a lot of this land for farming and raising, and to get rid of all those potatoes, as I call them, which are boulders, they just move them to the edge of the property line. A lot of times it became a defining line of somebody's property. So in Connecticut, you'll see, and other New England areas, a lot of these stone walls on this one. We're hoping to save this one and we're repurpose it. The problem is it depends on where the house lays out to make it sense for everything. So in the case that we have to do that, we'll repurpose this. We'll take it, we'll move it over to the side, and then use it around either the garden area or something, and try to bring it back into some natural look around there, maybe around the terrace or something. Positioning of the house, we have to take a lot of things into account. Mainly is the existing homes that are here. Since, established community, we do have a house right over here. It was the original lot of that, and it got subdivided off of that, or re-subdivided is the appropriate term. There's another house, as you can see, way in the back, and there's a third one that's tough over there. This is south facing towards the back of the land, and actually for me that's what I like. I like a house that would face south to the back, so that way my emphasis, the deck, the pool, if we do anything, would all be to the south facing and that. And this way, the north side of the house, we could do a little less windows for energy savings, maybe create a buffer for the wind or doing something that with a garage or some other methods. But again, the focal point of the house and glass will be, south and west kind of area, maybe catch the sun in the morning. But I think the lot's got the right orientation as long as we plan appropriately to lay out the house and have the maximum privacy for all parties here. With that, you also have to worry about, on smaller lots, is percentage of coverage. Hey, if I do have a lot that it's only 10,000 square feet or 20,000 square feet, they may say only 10% coverage. So you have to look at the size of the house that you can actually put on there. So these are some thoughts. I would try to meet with the building department before buying anything, or some other professional that can help you, guide you in your decision of, is the house you're thinking about going to fit on that piece of property. And our next episode is going to be real exciting. We're going to meet with the architectural firm called Point One Architects. They're over in Old Lyme, and our particular contact over there is Rick Straub, and he's very good at listening to a prospective client, seeing what they want in a house, and taking that and kind of laying it out and just start the framework of the plan. So please stay tuned. We got some great stuff coming.